Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. We've kind of done the mills of Westbury. There are a few more to do. What we're going to move on to now is a big employer in Westbury, which was the ironworks. I'm currently stood on Westbury Station. The area of the ironworks is where I'm showing you now. There's absolutely nothing left. All you can find is where some of the tramways went further out from the station area. So we'll go and have a look at them. I'll give you a bit of history as we go along about the ironworks. A new industry opened in Westbury in 1857 when the Westbury Iron Company was formed to exploit the iron ore beds to the north of the town. Discovered over 10 years earlier when the cutting for the new railway line was being made, the ore was worked by open cast methods and furnaces were built to the north of the railway line. At first the enterprise flourished, and in 1872 weekly production was about 400 tonnes and some 200 men were employed. After this its prosperity fluctuated and then declined until 1901 when the works were shut down. They were reopened as a result of local effort in 1903, and for a time during the First World War the industry throve. After the war, however, it became apparent it was not an economic proposition, and by 1925 all work had ceased. Okay, we've moved south from Westbury Station, the site of the Westbury Ironworks. Now, trying to follow one of the tramways that came south to the area on the map here, and see if we can see where it crossed under the main line towards Fairwood Junction on the railway line. Now, I have found it. It's very difficult to get near it. It's obviously all underwater now. I'll try and show you it, but so let's have a look now. As per usual, you've got to climb through the undergrowth. So the tramway came from the old quarry on the other side of the railway line, under that bridge, along where this water is, out straight through there and on towards the ironworks. There was a mass of tramways around here carrying iron ore, and there was loads of pits. We'll go north and try and find a tramway that ran north under the railway line near the Westbury signal box, and then out towards a couple of quarries that way. They're actually building houses on part of one of the old quarries now. You can see the bridge that took the tramway under the main road and out towards the northern quarries. So yeah, that there is Westbury Upyard. On the other side of the water, it's a virtual quarry. So basically they just drop stone here and load wagons from here. So that there is where the tramway went under the main line of the railway line from Westbury to Fairwood Junction. You can't see it very well, I can't really get any closer. This water is quite deep. That's the boundary fence. I'm kind of just leaning over the boundary fence. I found this in the water. That's obviously a marker plate for the Great Western Railway. It looks like 1863. Right, so we're currently in the area of Penlee. Now, I've always wondered, I've got a big gate there, and there's nothing the other side, and a gate here. Nothing the other side, just a long lane that way. A long lane that way. Now, looking into the ironworks, the tramway from the fish pond came through here, came across the road here, into a field just the other side of that bush, and the ironstone quarry was in here. So this is the most southerly mine hole where they extracted ironstone. You can get in. There's a gate here. I don't know. You know, this all shut down ages ago, or did they still extract the ironstone after the ironworks shut, and obviously sent it somewhere else to be smelted down? That's kind of what happened at Scene. The ironworks shut down in the late 1800s, but they still quarried the ironstone. And obviously a lot of this now is filled in with rubbish. There's no remnants of what was here. But yeah, so this is the Penlee ironstone quarry. Now just a haven for nature. Okay, here we are. This is the B3097 Station Road. This is the tramway tunnel that came. We're looking in the direction of the ironworks now, and behind us is a quarry where the tramway went straight ahead into the quarry, and there's also a bit that went off under the railway line, which we'll look at very shortly. I was very lucky to get a sight of this because this is getting blocked up soon because they're building loads of houses actually on the quarry area. So yeah, that is the tramway tunnel from the ironworks into the quarry that we see ahead of us now. And the tunnel under the railway is just in this location here, which we're going to have a look now. Okay, we're looking straight ahead at some houses. A tramway went straight through where them houses are to Frogmore minehole, and one bared off to the left, which went under the Burks and Hants line into where the cart pond was, across a road, and then into a area of syndicate pit, which was one of the old mine holes. That's the most northerly mine hole. We'll be seeing that shortly. But this tunnel is still there under the Westbury North Junction. It's used as a cable run for all the railway cabling. Okay, this is looking at the cart pond, one of the mine holes. Now up there is towards, that's Hawkridge Road. Now that embankment there is the east cord on the railway. That connects the Burks and Hants line that goes into Westbury to the up and down Trowbridge that goes off towards Bradford Haven, or Trowbridge, Bradford Haven and Bathampton. I'm currently walking down towards the sewers works, because on the left hand side here was another mine hole. I think it's now a private fishing lake. I don't think we can get anywhere near it, but this wind seems to have picked up, so I might not be able to get the drone up, but we'll have a look and see if we can see this mine hole to our left. I've no idea what it was called. It was kind of the furthest north mine hole. That's where the tramway ended up. The east cord wasn't there all the time. That was built, I think, I'm sure it was the Second World War. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Okay, this is the mine hole opposite the sewage works. This was the most northerly mine hole in the Westbury area. So this is where the tramway that went to the cart pond would have come across the road where the east cord is now. Obviously that railway line wasn't there, and this would have been the extremities of the extraction of ironstone. Yeah, it's all private. It's private lake now, syndicate lake I think, full of huge carp presumably. But yeah, so that's the most northerly mine hole. Okay, here we are walking up towards the Ham in Westbury. Now on the left is the cart pond, which was an old mine hole, which we've already looked at. Now to our right is the east cord. Now we've got to remember that this line wasn't here, so further across to the right is the mine hole that we've just had a quick look at, the private land. So we're going to have a look where the tramway crossed the road. Right, so we're on a wooded section near the cart pond. This has all been landscaped when they built the new housing, but the tramway went under the road, obviously remembering that the railway line wasn't there, somewhere around here. Now the only thing I can find is there's a little stream, but was this part of the bridge that went under, and now it's just takes a little stream through? There is a lot of rubble around here. I can't find any other sign of the tramway. It just seems a bit odd that is there. It looks like the stream comes around just there, but this part of land, this like mound, comes straight in where I would have thought the tramway was, and straight into there. So I'm just wondering, perhaps that was where the tramway went under and went to the most northerly mine hole that we've just had a look at. Okay, so that's looking up to the Ham. Just down there is that what I think is a tunnel for the tramway, just below them trees. Now I reckon this is where it came out. Now that's the east cord, that wasn't there, which we've gathered. That was built later after the ironworks had gone. Now you've got that cover there, like drain. Did the tunnel go through there? The tunnel's still there. There's also like a big metal cover there in the undergrowth. So is this where it went through to the private quarry on the other side, which is now a syndicate fishing pit? I believe it was. If anyone knows, obviously, right, give us a comment, let us know. But I'm pretty sure that's where the tramway went under the road and then into the mine holes on the most northerly edge of the ironworks area. Okay, looking straight ahead of us, you can see the building. I'll try and zoom in on it. Brick building with the aerial, that's Westbury signal box. Now where those coal wagons are, or EWS wagons, the tramway came across there, which is the Westbury North Junction. Now the line that comes in from our left is the Berks and Hants line, that comes into Westbury there, and the line to our right, which you can't see, it's just in a cutting down there, is the up and down Trowbridge. Now that is a line further back that we've just walked up a road where the east cord joins the Berks and Hants to the up and down Trowbridge line. Now I'm looking at it here, the tramway came under the railway line. Now a lot of that North Junction has been remodelled in the 80s, and it's been relayed quite recently as well. Now there is still the tunnel there that comes from the mine hole that they're redeveloping and building houses on, but I'm just wondering if this area just ahead of us there, which is left underground, it's like in a dip, like a cut-in, whether that was where the old tramway went, because that kind of runs in line to where we've just been, where we think the tunnel is that went under the road, but I'm not sure. Obviously the cart pond is over there, so this whole area was a mine hole, and where the new houses are in the distance, that was all a mine hole as well. They extracted quite a lot of ironstone here. See a nice little helicopter, wave to the pilot, hello. But yeah, it's just all been turned into a recreation area. They were going to build houses on here, but they weren't allowed to, because they were going to drain the mine hole of water and build houses on it. but I think they were refused planning permission for that, so they just built the houses on the other side of the Berks and Hants line that comes into Westbury. But yeah, it's really nice down here. Got like exercise equipment. Yeah, so the ironworks shut many years ago, and now people are enjoying the area of where they dug out the ironstone. Peckett 753 was constructed in 1898 for the Westbury Iron Company Limited for the use on their 2-foot gauge lines. Classed Westbury, the locomotive appears to have been named Cossington by its owners and numbered 3, joining 2 Hudswell Clark Rogers 060 saddle tanks. The locomotive was sold by auction in February 1939 and was most likely cut up at once, though its exact fate is not known.